What's going on, PC fans? We are back yet again for another coach interview, and I am not alone. I have Sarbear with me, but I don't want to ruin her team name. She told me how to spell it. She even typed out how to spell it. Still feel like I'm gonna say it wrong. So just what team are you representing this season?
I am playing as the Joliet Lycanrocks.
Oh yeah, I definitely butchered that. I butchered that. Wait till you guys see the podcast, guys. It's gonna be beautiful how bad I butchered that. But we're not gonna worry about it. All right, we're gonna hop right in and have some interview fun. Now,
All right.
what are your thoughts about league format?
League format, it's really creative. That's what I love about it. You get to see stuff that you wouldn't usually see in the general meta that you see nowadays. You see Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, you know, the same old. There's no variety, and that's the best part about League, you know. You just get to see all these things that you wouldn't see, like Volbeat. You never see Volbeat ever in the general meta, and it's something I drafted, so looking forward to using it, actually.
Yeah, the Volbeat definitely surprised me because you guys all know I've been dead. Okay, I missed most of the draft because I was dead. I was at work, and then I come back and I'm looking at all the rosters and I'm like, oh, she has a Volbeat. All right. I honestly think Volbeat is bad, but I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll be able to show me wrong and make me shut up. So I'll just sit back and watch.
A lot of people feel that way. I was messing around with it a little bit on the showdown ladder, just to see if I could pull it off. And not bragging or anything, but I kind of 6-0'd someone with a +3 Charizard from a Tail Glow Baton Pass. So.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I forgot that thing got baton. All right, so Oh, okay. So it's gonna be more of a support mod for you. I like that. I like it. I like
support.
It. All right, so what's your league experience looking like? Any prior leagues you've been in? Tell us a little bit about your past league history.
Let's see. I've been in a few draft leagues, mostly 3DS. Well, there's a pretty even split between 3DS and Showdown. I'm currently in the PMU, which is ran by Point Blank. We are in our 3rd season with that. I've been in all 3 seasons. I got picked up halfway in the 1st season, and I've continued through to now. That was a 3DS one. There's a couple Showdown ones I've been in. A few of them fell apart because the league owners were, you know, it was their first league and they didn't know how to run it. So I'd usually get a really good draft and then it would die 3 weeks in, which is really unfortunate. But I've been in a few leagues, and I have AC'd for a few different people. I AC'd for Tesla Mouse when he was in the NPA. I'm a current AC or front office for Jodor of the NPA, so I'm in with that crowd, the NPA GBA. I know a lot of those people, so I'm knowledgeable.
All right, that's what we like to hear, and I'll be the first to say I put way too much time into this to let it die. So you don't have to worry about the PMC dying off or anything like that. We put a lot of work in. We're a family. We're a tight-knit family, and we like to make things happen. I put in way too much. This is basically my second job. I take it so serious. I don't understand my problem. But I'm not the one getting interviewed here. So we're gonna get back to you, all right? Don't you try to flip this on me. Don't you do that.
All right.
Sneaky devil. All right. So let's see. What do you feel is a strength for you when it comes to battling in league format?
I'm really into bringing sets that you wouldn't see that really catch people off guard. Like, you won't see me using the same thing week to week usually. I like to mix it up. I don't want coaches to be like, oh, she's gonna bring a scarf this or a, you know, expert belt that. I'm very, very customizable when it comes to my opponents and who I'm playing, and I really like to get into it a lot. I analyze everyone's team that I face, and I make sure that I bring the best possible thing for anything that my opposing coach could bring.
All right. I like that. Now, what would you say is your biggest weakness in the format?
I think I tend to get a little too creative sometimes. sometimes it works really well, and I want to say maybe 40% of the time my plans are I'm a little overzealous, and they backfire on me or I misplay them. Usually I prep really well, and then when it comes to the battle, I choke a lot. So I'm gonna have to really watch out for that this season, I think.
I mean, choking is fun, alright? What is Pokemon without a good choke every once in a while, am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
You just gotta get out there and choke sometimes. It is what it is. Now, we mentioned the draft a little bit, and the fact that you got Volbeat. How exactly do you go about planning for drafts? Do you make a draft plan? Do you go with the flow? What exactly do you do? Or do you think of a mon that you must have, grab that, and then continue off from there, just how the draft goes? Because I see you went out and you grabbed Zygarde 50% first overall. Now, some
Yes.
people didn't understand why you did that. I understand why you did that. Zygarde is a monster with 1,000 arrows buff. It has very few switch-ins, especially if it's banded. I understand that 100%. But did you make a plan behind Zygarde, or was it just a mon you really wanted? Like, what exactly goes through your head when it comes to drafting for League format?
Usually when I draft, I make a very rough plan, so that way I don't get into a set idea, and then when I get sniped, I'm scrambling like, oh god, what do I do now? That was like the entire mon I was built around, and now I have to flip everything. I usually have specific roles that I want to fill, so, you know, if I want like bulky support, you know, special offense, you know, that kind of thing. Hazard removal was a really big thing for me in this draft. It's been my downfall in a couple of my other drafts where I didn't have enough hazard removal, and it would cause issues for me. So I pretty much just have these roles that I want to fill. Like, I know I wanted a strong fighting type. I wanted an ice type. I don't remember if I grabbed one or not off the top of my head. Maybe not.
Let me check to see right now if you have a grass type, because I actually have the sheet up still. I'm not seeing any. Nope, you were ice free.
Huh. Okay. That must have been one I had to forego. Maybe it was the fighting weakness. I was watching that too.
Yeah, fair enough. A lot of people get scared of too many of the same weakness, and then a lot of people don't care. Like, a lot of people draft 6 mons weak to ice and just say, haha, ice beam coverage isn't gonna beat me because I'm gonna bring 6 Yachi berries, and then they lose. They lose bad.
Yeah. When I draft too, I always want to be really balanced. I want, you know, I don't like having too much of one weakness or too many physical, too many special. Preferably, I like to have a pretty even split and a few mixed attackers too. You know, another one of those, it can go either way kind of deals. So the opposing coach has no idea if I'm bringing physical or special, and they just have to take a guess and hope they're right.
Balance is the way to go. Try to balance all your weaknesses, all that good stuff. Get your immunities up. Good team drafting is hard to describe, but I mean, after a while, you just get the hang of it and then get a pretty cohesive team. It happens. It happens over time. So, what do you believe to be the most overrated Pokemon in this format?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I want to say, oh my god.
Yeah, you better think. You gotta use your noodle for this one.
I really want to say, as much as I love its versatility, I really want to say Mew. Just because I feel like a lot of coaches, when they draft it, they're like, oh yeah, I can do so much with this, and then they only bring like the same like 3 sets the entire season. I think it's usually the physically defensive variant with like Defog and Will-O-Wisp that people bring. It's such a waste.
Yeah, I feel like Mew's offensive potential is through the roof just because of the fact that its coverage is insane. And even if you don't bring setup, like if you bring Scarf Mew or Specs Mew or Banded Mew, it has enough to, like, this is when I had Mew, because I only had Mew in one league. I literally would build my team, and then I throw Mew on at the end, and I just throw on all the coverage I need to hit certain things, and it would do damage. It's just that's how I look at Mew. Like, yeah, sometimes you need a defensive mon, but at the same time, when you have a mon that can literally cover every weakness you have, why not use it like that? So I mean, funny enough, a few people have said Mew. So it's a recurring issue. People don't like Mew anymore. I remember when Mega Altaria was hyped up, man. Mega Altaria used to be so hyped up, and now it's trash. And now it's like the same thing's starting to happen to Mew. Everyone's like, "Oh no, it's overrated." But I mean, at the same time, I understand it. I feel it. It is over. It's over talked about, in my opinion. But it's one of those mons you can't really prep for. Like, you can't simply prep for a Mew because you never know what a Mew is gonna bring, unless unless the person is a cookie cutter. Oh, I'm gonna bring defensive defog Mew to keep the hazards away from my Mega Charizard. Unless you have one of those, then I mean, hey, Mew is bad. But
Yeah.
you know. Now, what do you feel is the most underappreciated mon in this format?
Oh man, give me those hard ones. Wow, when you said you were gonna make me think, you were not kidding about that.
You got to get all up in that brain, man. This is how we do it. Show that we care. We care about everything. We want to know who you are.
Trying to think what lower tier mons in my previous drafts have put in the most work for me.
For me, I 100% say Miltank. It's either Miltank or Gourgeist as far as my lower tiers that come in and do tons of work that nobody expects. As far as like mid tier, I would have to say Mienshao and regular Blastoise, because those in Bronzong, like, those are all underappreciated. I've seen Bronzong go undrafted many times, and then I'm able to pick it up and it's like, holy moly. Blastoise is like my favorite spinner. It's like, I don't know. And then Mienshao, I feel like, is the best Scarf option in the format. Just because it's fast enough. There's not too many things base 105 that can speed tie with it or beat it or anything like that. A Scarf Mienshao is a freaking threat at Reckless. It's crazy. So I mean, I don't know. Everybody thinks of it a little bit differently. I don't think there's too many underappreciated tier 1 mons. I feel like more so the lower tiers are there, because there's certain mons that are always skipped over. Like Chandelure almost never gets picked. Groudon almost never gets picked. Conkeldurr is even one that doesn't really get picked anymore. So I mean, there's a lot of mons that don't get to. Honestly, Tangela might be the most underappreciated mon of all time.
Oh, yep, that's definitely one. When we were talking there, I actually thought of one. Tier 5, which always shocks me that it's so low in a lot of different tiers. Magmortar. Magmortar put in a lot of work for me for the PMU, and its coverage is great. You can run it. You can even run it physical with Belly Drum if you really wanted to, and you could pull that off. Flame Charge. That's gonna sweep someone if they're not ready for it.
Magmortar, I haven't heard of that one. A lot of people try to. A lot of the lower tier fire types, man, like Flareon and stuff like that, they just avoid them. So I mean, Magmortar, that might make me think about drafting Magmortar in the future when I'm looking for a budget fire type.
Oh yeah, its coverage is fantastic. It's T-Bolt, your typical fire coverage. It's Will-O-Wisp, Psychic. I thought it got Dark Pulse, but it doesn't, which is really unfortunate.
And then every fire type gets Grass Knot for some reason, so I'm pretty sure it gets Grass Knot.
Yeah, and its HPs or its hidden powers are pretty flexible too. You can have the HP cover whatever you can't cover with it. So really versatile mon, really.
All right, I like it. Now, any expectations for yourself going into this season?
I just want to do my best and have fun, really. I'm gonna be battling a lot of people that I haven't, even met before. Kurt's probably the only person that I've battled in the entire league, so, it'll be good to just get to know everyone's battle style and, do a little research and, I'm looking to do well. I'm looking to do well, though.
Yeah, I mean, at worst, if it's a learning experience, it's a learning experience, and it can only help you improve. Whether it be because you make a bunch of friends that can help you in the future or stuff like that. So there's a lot of good battlers in here, and I again can't wait to see how all of you guys do. I'm so interested in this. Let's see. Do you have any inspirations when it comes to battling?
Oh, absolutely. Getting started off, just in general meta, Tesla Mouse, he's a good friend of mine, and you know, he showed me how to battle. He helped me team build getting started, and then in terms of leagues, Tesla Mouse again, and Jodor, who I currently AC for in the MPA, he is a huge inspiration. When I draft, I usually go with his motto of versatility and hazard removal and that kind of deal. Pivot's a big one too. You know, you want to be able to get the switch initiative on your opponent when you can, so you can get them in a corner. So yeah, a lot of league inspiration from Joe and from, oh god, pretty much everyone in the NPA and the GBA. You know, because they're just all great people. They're great battlers, and you know, you can learn a lot just by watching them.
I agree 100%. I mean, I haven't watched too much of Tesla Mouse or Jodor, but I have seen battles from them due to the people that I've watched in MPA that have actually battled them. So I know they're tried and true. And as far as Tesla, I know he's in MPCC and he's in the APA with me, so I'll get my crack at him soon enough. But I mean,
yep, he gets around.
yeah, that man, he loves his leagues, but there ain't no hate here, man. Leagues are fun. It's like the only thing Pokemon related I'm really still into on YouTube, so there's that. I have 2 more questions for you. Alright, are you ready?
Alrighty. Yeah.
Okay. What coach do you want to play the most? Out of all the coaches you have seen, talked to, had interaction with in the Orange League so far, which one do you want to drop on their neck the most?
Oh man, who is shit talking Volbeat the most? I screenshotted it just so I know to sweep them with it. Oh man, I don't remember. I want to say it was Aki. Is that how you say it?
Oh my! Oh yep, that's Aki. That's the god.
Yep. Yeah, him.
Well, Aki, there you go. We have 2 people coming for you, my friend. So one's coming for you with a Volbeat, and the other is coming for you with his feelings, because yeah, feelings are good. Alright, well, Sarbear, thanks for hanging out with me doing this interview. I appreciate it. Everyone appreciate it. For all of you watching out there, make sure to check the links in the description. Subscribe to everyone involved. Her links will obviously be down there. My links might be down there if I feel like linking it. You know, I'm lazy. I didn't even feel like recording all these videos today, but work has to be done, you know, so yeah. But make sure you support your favorite coaches, all that good stuff. And Sarbear, I have one final question. Who will be the Orange League Season 1 champion?
Oh god. Well, if it's not too much of a stretch, I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be me. I'm sure that's pretty much been the answer for everyone, that they themselves want to be.
Funny enough, a lot of people answer it literally how you start WoW. I don't want to say me, but no, you're supposed to come out here and be bold and say, listen, everyone is getting 6-0'd. Everyone is giving me their lunch money. I am taking lives. But nobody wants to come out and drop that kind of heat. It's okay. It's okay. I know you guys don't want to look like jerks in the public eye. So I don't blame you for it. But,
alright.
We're going to get up out of here. Thanks again for checking out the video. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. Show that support. And, yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.